Hello students, welcome to the video lecture series of Intelligent System and Artificial Intelligence provided by St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management affiliated to Maharishi Dayanand University, Rohtak, Haryana, approved by Government of India, AICTE. I, Ms. Pritishri Patnaik, Assistant Professor working in Computer Science Department. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about genetic algorithm, it in Unit 4 as per the curriculum syllabus for BTech Computer Science student, BCA, MCA as well as MTech Computer Science and also MSc students. Well, in today's lecture, we will be discussing about genetic algorithm. This is very important and most of the students feel difficulty to understand, but it is not that much difficult at all. Understanding the topic with basic knowledge is important, and still many scientists are still using this genetic algorithm in the research field to publish their research work, thesis work and implementation in various fields of computational science. Let's begin with our today's lecture. As we begin, we will be studying the genetic algorithm. In today's class, we will be discussing about introduction to optimization, what are genetic algorithm, advantages of genetic algorithm, disadvantages of genetic algorithm, basic terminologies that comes under the part in genetic algorithm, that population, chromosomes, gene, LA, what are actually there. Basic structure and sample algorithm pseudocode will be discussing. This video lecture will be focused in two parts. In the first part, we will be discussing today with the basic thing of in terms of genetic part, and in the next lecture will be a continuation series of video lecture where we will be discussing or emphasize more on the fitness function, parent selection, crossover and mutation. This video lecture will cover the topic of genetic algorithm. Students could be able to understand the basic concept and terminologies involved in genetic algorithm, and moreover we will be discussing about the various crossover techniques, mutation operators, survivor selections and the components that are mostly required to understand how this algorithm can be implemented and used in today's as well as to the future era. Now, when I say the term genetic, now what is genetic? Since our childhood, we came to know that genetic is a biological term, that is the gene that is transferred from the parental trait or characteristics to their children. This is very common phenomena. It deals with the study of biological science concerned to the study of gene, genetic variation and hereditary properties. Since our childhood, we came to know that कि हमारे अंदर कोई भी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक चेंजेस अगर आते हैं तो वो जीन के थ्रू से ही होता है. दैट जीन इज गोइंग टू ट्रांसफर the hereditary factors from the grandparents to parents as well as to the offsprings or the new production of offsprings that undergo with the process of genetic as well as reproduction. But what is genetic algorithm in terms of AI? Why it is so required and what is the importance of genetic algorithm? Very commonly, genetic algorithm is said that it is a search-based optimization technique. Now, what is search-based optimization technique? Whenever we are implementing searching to a complex problem, when we are applying the searching parameters or searching algorithm to solve a complex parameter, we need to have an optimization result. That is mostly based upon the genetics and the natural selection. When I say the principles that is existing with the genetics, it mostly includes the gene, the phenotype and the gamotype or the genotype that we say. And when we talk about the natural selection, we comes under with the Darwin's theory, that is including the part of fitness values, evolution, survival to the fittest and a better offspring that can be produced through the process of reproduction. Now, as we say in this term, that genetic algorithm is a evolutionary algorithm and also it is adaptive heuristic searching algorithm. Now, what is adaptive in nature? The type of parameter that will be used in this heuristic, it has to be in an adaptive part. Whatever the algorithm or the operators that you will be using in the population or the chromosomes, that will be undergoing with the fitness parameter also. And further, this is inspired with the concept of Charles Darwin's theory of natural selection, that the survival to the fittest. This algorithm reflects the process of natural selection, where the fitness of individuals are selected for reproduction in order to produce the offspring of a next generation. This algorithm is also frequently used to find out the optimal or near optimal solution for difficulty problem in order to solve a more complex problem. Now, when we say an optimization problem, what is optimization in the field of research? How it is implemented with the field of machine learning? When we say it is optimization, what is optimization? That is making something more better. That is the process where we are putting an input to a system or to an intelligent system, and we are getting the desirable output. But when we refer to optimization, which is providing something better than this, let we say something providing better than this, the optimization is to finding the value of input in such a way that we get the best output result, best output values. The definition of best can be vary from problem to problem, the way that will be providing the input to the system in terms of mathematically, and there are many parameters or the functions value that will be using in the processing part. Then only we are able to get the output that vary from minimizing to the maximization by using the objective function. And more important, the aim of optimization that is used in the genetic algorithm is to find out the setup points in the search space. When we are putting a search algorithm in a complex strategy, the result has to be in an optimized manner. It is not consider any infinite loop. Then we are unable to find out a desirable result in the genetic part. This has to be optimized where the termination criteria is fulfilled and we are getting a desirable output. That time our algorithm is going to be stopped, where we could find a new offspring or the new reproduction thing. Now let's begin with a genetic algorithm details that we comes under various type of definitions given by in different books. Let's say the nature has always given a great source of inspiration to the mankind. Genetic algorithm are the search based algorithm on the concept of natural selection and the genetic part. This is, as we have discussed right now, it includes the evolutionary process, a genetic that has to be transferred from a parent to child to generate a new reproduction baby. It naturally required an evolutionary part. At a time, you cannot say that all the genes or traits that can be transferred at one particular time. And moreover, this genetic algorithm GA is developed by John Holland and his students and colleagues who are working in Michigan, and David E. Kohlberg to find out an optimization problem and to reproduce the new offspring. This is mostly comes under with this phenomena that genetic algorithm we have to consider a pool or a populations of a possible solutions to be given, and then we will make in a recombinations of all the possible combinations. Then these possible recombinations will further go to the field of mutation part, mutation that will be changed in the natural phenomena for the reproduction part, and then the offspring is being generated by producing a new child. This process is repeated over a various of generation, one generation, second generation, third generation. Slowly and slowly the changes could be evaluated. Each individual or a candidate solution is assigned with a fitness value based upon the function value. The fitness individual is further given with a high chance of match, that is the matching parameter or the mutation parameter, and which is confined with the theory tagline which is given by the Darwin's theory, that is the survival for the fittest one. After the fitness function is provided and the mutation or the crossover has been done, we could find out the survival population could be the fittest part. Okay, we'll study more in detail when we'll be studying the algorithm and in the next lecture series also. So further, as we come across with this, we will further looking after few things comes under the part of what are the advantages in genetic algorithm and the disadvantages or the limitation. When I say it's a part of advantages, genetic algorithm does not require any derived information which may be available for many real world problems. It is not it doesn't require any derivations part. We will be directly considering the population, the data set that will be including all the individual groups, and the chromosomes will be the each group parameter. it is a faster and more efficient manner as compared to the traditional algorithm, traditional searching algorithm. What are the loopholes that comes under with the traditional searching algorithm? This is most in advance, and currently in field of data science, or the when we say soft computing, when we say the part of neural network, this is mostly applicable algorithm to handle a complex data structure, to a 3D part or 4D part, 4-dimensional data set or 5-dimensional data set. This algorithm can be easily going to handle out a various variety of data part, and it have a good capabilities also to give the desired reliable results. Optimization, both continuous and discrete functions that can be implemented. It is helpful to produce a good solution, not only a single solution to the problem, but it is going to give it the best output to the solution. Also, this is able to answer with over the time, that is, answers can be to over the problems that we are taking, a complex problem which is further breakdown by using more divide and conquer policy. So we could able to find out the best solution to resolve a problem. Usually the search space is very large where the this algorithm can be implemented. And further, let's have some idea of what are the disadvantages comes under. When we say the disadvantages, like, see, everything is having its merits and demerits. So the demerit, when we comes to mind, it is not not suitable for all kind of problem. Mostly we will be utilizing this algorithm for a complex data structures. Fitness value, and one more thing, if we continuously change the fitness value, then it is also going to make the algorithm more complex, and it is the by property genetic algorithm covers the optimal solution part, so sometimes it takes more time taking to resolve as considered to time and space property of an algorithm. Let's begin with the flow chart. We'll study in detail for each part. First of all, the population initialization is required, the group of population or the data set that has to be integrated. The starting phase to initialization the population, then we will go for the fitness operator or the fitness assignments are given, then the step of selection has been taken out. With the old generation population, will be making something fitness parameter to make to convert them, and will be select out of some part of the population, will make them crossover. We're going to crossover their chromosomes or the gene. Once the crossover is done, they will undergo with the phase of mutation for the reproduction part. When the reproduction and the mutation is successful, and we are able to meet the successor or the terminator criteria or the stopping criteria or the termination criteria, when the value has been true, then the genetic algorithm is stopped. If the success criteria is remain again false, again it has to be repeated manner, again the fitness function is changed, again that will go for selection part, again a crossover will be done, again mutation will be done, again this has to be matched with the criteria. If the criteria is been fruitful, then this is going to be stopped. So this is a cyclic and repetitive manner. With the next, as we say, genetic algorithm, so we mostly comes with the part where we have been looking out some of the new terminologies that comes into our mind. The basic terminologies that are discussed in genetic algorithm, it is familiar with this part. Let's say, what is population? When we say a population, it is the part where an individual group considered to form a feasible solution. Population is nothing but it is a data set. Each individual considered to form a group, that is a part of population. It is the subset of all the possible encoded solution to a given problem. The population of a genetic algorithm is analogous to the population of human being, except the instead of human being we have to be candidate solution that is required. When we say this is the matrix, is represented in 2-dimensional. It is going to consider the row and columns. So when we talk about the set of data that are included in the row wise, these are the mostly chromosomes that we considered, and each tuple inside the matrix, let's say each cell inside the matrix is going to have the position of a gene, and the LA is the value that has been given to this gene. A gene is one element position to the chromosome. A chromosome is one such solution to a given problem. This is the whole chromosome that is given under the set of population. This individual cell will be representing the gene, and the value that is assigned to the gene is the part where it takes a particular chromosome value. Then what is genotype? When we say genotype, genotype is the population in the computational space. a genotype is going to have the computational space. In the computational space, the solution are represented in a way which can be easily understood and manipulated using the computational system. Now what is phenotype? Phenotype is the population in the actual real world space. In the solutions are represented in a way they can be considered in the real world solution. Now after the genotype and phenotype has been considered, the next thing comes to mind is the part of decoding and encoding. For some simple problem, let's say phenotype and genotype space are required to be same. However, in most of the case, the phenotype and genotype can be differed with the process of decoding and encoding. Decoding is the process of transforming a solution of genotype to a phenotype space, while encoding is the process of transmission of phenotype to genotype. Once again, let's say decoding is the process of transmission of solution from the genotype to a phenotype space, whereas when we say encoding, the process is again transferred from phenotype to genotype space. Let's say, for example, we consider 0-1 knapsack problem. When we consider the 0-1 knapsack problem, it has only two states, either 0 or either 1. Either 0 or either 1. The phenotype consists the part when it is existing yes or no parameter, and at what time the item has to be picked. If it is 0, the item is not picked. Let's say if it is 1, the item is picked. However, the genotype space is going to represent the same thing in a binary string format, where n number of item can be represented. Let's say 0 at the position x represent the except item is to be picked, while I has to be represented in the reverse condition. Let's go for an example. Suppose this is the population criteria where we have a phenotype space. Actual solution of the space can be taken out. Suppose it's in a knapsack problem 0-1. In this stage, we could be able to pick out the item when it is 1. And same the encoding has been generated to generate the chromosome space. That is the binary representation of the space. Again to the intelligent system, when it comes back to the phenotype space, this is the encoding to generate the genotype, and again the computational space will be represent the output while the decoding part. Now what is fitness function? As we say, the fitness function is simply defined as the function which takes the solution of an input and produces suitable solution to the output. In the case, the fitness function and the objective function may be same, while it may be changes as per the input parameter. Now what is the genetic operators that are used? When it comes to the genetic operator, we include crossover, mutation and the selection criteria to find out the survival to the fittest. Now let's have a basic structure of genetic algorithm. When we start with the initial population, as we studied in the part of flowchart, which is generated at a random space, and also in some part we can include the heuristic value. Select a parent for the population that is undergo with the matching. Apply the crossover and the mutation operator over the parents to generate the new offspring, and finally the offspring has to be replaced the existing population, and the process continuously go on repeating until unless the stopping or the matching criteria match, the genetic algorithm is going to be stopped down. Let's have a flow chart for this. This is the part. Population initialization is the first. Then we go to calculate the fitness function to generate out of this population to whom we will be providing the fitness part. Then the crossover, it will be done with those taking down sample space from the population. They will further grow with the crossover part. Then we will be producing to mutation to generate the offspring or the reproduction state. Then we find out the survivor selection. After the crossover and mutation, the genetic changes, who all are going to survive, and terminate to the best result. Once we match with the terminate with the result, if it is successful, then the algorithm is going to be stopped. Otherwise, it is going to be again in a loop until unless the termination criteria is not able to match. Let's say the pseudocode or like the algorithm, we are defining a function genetic algorithm. First step is to initialize the population, find out the fitness part for a population while the termination criteria is to be reached. This is the looping part. Parent selection is to be required. Crossover with the probability, how much was there in the initial part and what all crossover that has been done after the reproduction state. Mutation is the probability is required. Then decode the fitness function, find out the survival selection, find the best solution and return. As we studied the flowchart and the algorithm, now it is important that how the genetic algorithm can be represented, how the genotype is to be represented. One of the most important decision has to be taken in genetic algorithm, deciding at what way the result is to be displayed, on what parameter the result is to be displayed. That is need to be understood in a well manner. As we consider the first part, that is the binary representation. As we say, the binary representation, it is the primitive method that we studied earlier also. That is the values are represented in zeros or ones. All the values are going to be represented in terms of zeros and one. This is the important part that we need to understand. It is the simplest and most widely used representation in the field of genetic algorithm. And the genotype will be represented in a bit of strings. Let's say for some example that we comes under where it is represented in yes, yeah, no state. Let's to make a good decision making. For example, 0-1 knapsack problem. If there are n items we represent in the solution, the binary of the element, total number of element that is existing, if it is n, and the x element has to be find out, to be picked from that part. It will be picked either in 1 or it will be picked either in 0 state. Most probably the binary representation will be helpful or fruitful in the part of mutation and crossover operators, that to find out the undesirable sequences. Second representation that comes to the part is the real value representation. Now what is real value representation? The genes that are need to be represented, the genes value that are represented inside a chromosome, that has to be a continuous rather than the discrete value. This is the real value representation and most natural in part. The precisions of the value can be a floating number or a decimal number that has to be represented. When we say integer representation, when we are looking out to represent a data which is having more than two-dimensional data set, let's say we are working with a geostationary GPS data or like geographical data, that is the discrete value is to be considered. We could find out the limited solution but in the part of binary, that is either 0 or 1. More than when we talk about three-dimensional data, then it has to be represented. Let's say for example, we consider with the 4 distance or the 4 encoded statement, north, south, east and west. We need to encode this all value in terms of 0, 1, 2, 3, such comes under with the integer representation. Then we say next part, permutation representation. Now how the permutation representation is going to be the part. Permutation representation is mostly where the genotype can be represented or the genetic algorithm is able to represent the result. We comes under with permutation and combination, that where more than one solution can be feasible. Let's say for the classical problem statement comes under when we say traveling salesman problem, to find out the minimum distance or the shortest path that we comes across with this problem. Find the traveling salesman problem is deals to find out the shortest path or the shortest distance algorithm that take a tour between all the cities visiting exactly once. If we applying the searching algorithm to find the shortest distance between any two cities, we need to visit all the other locations also, but it should be in the mind that every time we touch or we visit the city at least once, and from the starting to destination part or the start node to destination node. In this case, this is to be represented in a permutation and combination, because to find the shortest path visiting all, we comes under more than one feasible solution. Now the most important sub part of genetic algorithm is to find out the population. Now once a designer or the programmer is able to understand how to visualize the population part, this algorithm can be easily implemented. When we say population, it is a subset of the solution in the current generation. It can be defined by a set of chromosomes that can be assembled together to create a set of population. The diversity of a population is also maintained. The diversity of a population is mostly comes under with generation to generation also. The population size may be vary. It should be not kept for a very large data set. Genetic algorithm will slow it down. So initially when we need to implement the genetic algorithm, we need to find out the data set in a proper way to make it more optimized or decode or decide within a trial method. The population control can be defined by using a two-dimensional array, as we seen above. It is represented with the size x with the chromosome size. And the initialization of population, this is can be done in two methods, that is the two primary methods that we are using, that is the random initialization and the heuristic initialization. When we say it is random initialization, the population with very complex random solutions can be taken down. When we say it is a heuristic part, we need to initialize some heuristic values along with the population part. We will be assigning more a heuristic value to the natural value. Population models are also used. There are two type of population models that are used. One is steady state, one is the generalization. In the state, when we come across with the steady state genetic algorithm, we generate one or more offspring. More than one offspring also can be produced in the method of genetic algorithm. So in every iteration, that has to be replaced with one or more number of individuals. A steady state genetic algorithm is also known as the incremental model of a genetic algorithm. Like we studied the incremental model in software engineering, same way this is steady state model is also going to give the brief about incremental genetic algorithm. Now what is the generalization? In generalization model, we generate n number of offspring, where in steady state we comes under the after the survival or after the mutation part, when the two offsprings is reproduced, where n number of population can be replaced with n entire population. In general, a generalization model is generate n offspring, where n is the size of population of the entire population replaced by the new offspring at the end of the iteration. So for today's lecture, we have covered the topic of briefing about what is genetic algorithm, how this genetic algorithm can be represented, what is the advantages and disadvantages. We also covered the flowchart, and this is a very important long question in every university exam students are going to be faced. So I suggest all the students go with the video lecture and have the very basic knowledge, so that in the upcoming video series lecture we will be focused on the part of the next we left with the fitness function, how the parent selection can be done, how we are proceeding with the crossover, and what all mutation strategies are also there to complete this genetic algorithm theory. So for today, thank you.